tussen Layton'S mystery journey.
Hallo kijkers van ShineSprites, ook maar een nieuwe aflevering van Layton'S mystery journey. Wat is er nou allemaal aan de hand is de grote vraag. Oeh, er zit hier een volgorde in, dat had ik nog niet door. Oh, is dit de volgorde dat we ze geopend hebben? Ja. Oh. Geheime papieren? I do be loving geheime papieren. Cat, look, the thing on the wall just moved. The ram's had stonework? Yes, it revealed something. Papers of some kind. Let me see too. Dated 10 years ago, before Mr. Richmond's death. That would be. Show me. Oh, hey. We've discovered something of a revelation here, Cheryl. If what it says in these pages are true, the Richmond fortune is... we need to investigate to find out wherever this information is reliable or not. Pinstripe would have let me see. We zijn bijna bij het eind, boys en girls, van deze serie. Misschien is het de laatste aflevering, dat zou zomaar kunnen. Spannend ding. Oké. Wat ligt hier nog meer? Ah, look, there are some letters here. Who are they addressed to? Let's see. G. Dublee, P. Barnone, P. Loanida, L. Wright, G. Sloans, C. Chance, and M. Fullholt. All of the 7 dragons then. What do they say inside? I'll read it one out. I, Maximilian Richmond, will never absolve you of your guilt. One day I will take back what is rightfully mine, everything what you stole from me. They appear to be letters written by the late Mr. Richmond. They can't be, he died 10 years ago, didn't they? Well, it's true, the letters don't look like they were written that long ago. So who did write them then? I don't know, not yet, but it's becoming increasingly undeniable that the 7 dragons have some dark history with Mr. Richmond. Dat blikkaat. Dat hebben we al gehad, toch? The verse on the wall here is very intriguing. Deep under the ground of the Rosenberg is a great treasury lay, a beacon of hope, until treasury ruined it all. The question is, who wrote it? Ja, dat weet ik nog steeds niet. Dit hebben we nog niet gehad. This telephone is very old-fashioned, isn't it? Hello, hello. Oh, the line is connected. It is? But this place hasn't been lived in for years. Why would the phone still be hooked up? It's clearly that somebody has been using the place. According to all of the urban legend, this place has been deserted since Mr. Richmond's death. Rumors are that it's haunted. But far from ghosts walking these corridors now, it would appear somebody very real has been inhabiting this place. Rumors are like tumors. Oh, what? They spread fast and do no good. Well, it's certainly worth remembering that not everything people say is the truth. Well, from what we've discovered in here, it seems very likely that someone has been using the place recently. We still don't know who though. Adamus it is? Probably. And of course there's something else we've learned. Mr. Richmond clearly had some dealings with the 7 dragons 10 years ago. Oh yeah, those 7 know something alright, I'm sure of it. I still don't get who this Adamus fellow is, though. Is he connected to Richmond somehow? That I don't know yet. But if he really has located the Richmond fortune, then I think it's very safe to assume they must have be connected in some way. It's the only thing that would make sense. So how about we carry on exploring the other rooms? Perhaps we will find the hint that gives away the true identity of Lord Adamus. You want to snoop around more? And you realize that we can't possibly cover every room in this place this size, don't you? Oh, stop jabbering, Cheryl. You know, Ernest never questions me like this. Yeah, I wonder why. Oh, before we go, I just need to make a call. You're going to use the phone? Who are you calling? Please don't tell me it's a hair appointment. Just remember something important that I need to arrange. That's all, it won't be long, Cheryl. Unbelievable. There, all done. You should have heard the reaction when I said I was calling from Richmond Court. I can imagine. So, let's go and explore some other rooms. Heel boy. Oh, this room seems kind of different to the others, doesn't it? Oh, isn't it adorable? It looks like a little boy's room. Is it worth having a sniff around, do you think? I don't know. I don't imagine we'll discover anything earth-shattering in here, but still we could have a quick look. That's interesting. This photo frame has no picture in it. Yeah, kind of strange to decorate a room with a photo frame with no picture. It may have well been had a photograph in it, of course, but then it could have been removed for some reason. Ooh, een puzzel. There, a set of picture books on the desk here. Look, the one on the top is about animals. Ah, and there's a name inside the cover. Miles Richmond. Miles? Perhaps Mr. Richmond's son, or more likely grandson? And judging by the reading material and other things on his desk, I would say Miles was a great animal lover and fond of toys. A nice boy, no doubt. And that exactly has what to do with the case? I'm allowed a little diversion every now and then, aren't I, Cheryl? Not if we can't work out the connection between Richmond and fortune. The Richmond fortune and Adamus, no. If we're done, let's sniff around in the other room. Yes, alright. Oh, that's strange. You mean the lump in the middle of the desk? I wouldn't help your handwriting, that's for sure. It's a puzzle, Cheryl. It was hidden from view. Okay. Children's jigsaw. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Dat kan gewoon. Oh, wacht, maar misschien wel. Zo? Nee. Nee, dat kan ook niet. Verduw me. Dit past precies, dat is wel goed om te weten. Ja. Lekkering.
This is an interesting one.
Na, 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 na,
Puzzles
na,
are
na.
made for solving.
Well, that was unexpected. Completing the puzzle opens the drawer. What an interesting desk. I've certainly never seen a puzzle lock like that before. Anything in the drawer? Oh, an old book about an explorer, by the look of it. Presumably this was a fortunate book of Miles's. If he kept it in a favorite book of Miles's, if he kept it in a special puzzle lock drawer. What is it, Cat? The book! Lord Adamus. I think I might know who... Ze weet blijkbaar wie Lord Adamus is. Spannend. I've worked it out. I know who Lord Adamus really is. You do? I do indeed. This mystery is history. Who's it then? Who's behind this crazy puzzle-solving party? Well, Cheryl, if you haven't mastered shit, well, now would be a good time, because the truth is... Ladies and gentlemen... Not now, Adamus. The party is over. Would the losers kindly make their way back to the hall? I would like to get a good view of all of you, now that you've lost everything. Ha ha ha. Back to the hall. Back to the hall now? He's worse than a sheepdog. The way he's herding everyone around. Don't worry, it suits the situation perfectly. I'd like to speak to everyone together. It's time to reveal the truth behind this puzzle-solving party.
So, we are all together again.
In other words, we all failed.
So what? Every one of us has to give up our fortunes, every last penny.
It is simply beyond the pale.
Well, I for one have no regrets. I went into this with my eyes open after all.
Yes. I'm with Mayor Loanida.
Ah, Cat, you're back too, huh? Good.
Miss Layton, thank goodness you're all right. You had me terribly worried.
Worried? About what?
So, you were all defeated by my puzzles. That concludes the contracts nicely. You're ruined. Utterly ruined.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but those contracts are all null and void.
Null and void?
What the dickens are you all doing here?
Inspector Hastings, what are you doing here?
Thank you for coming, Inspector. You're right on cue.
Come on, Cat, what's going on? Why have you called me here?
I fully intend to explain everything, and I'd like you to be a witness to what transpires here.
A witness? I'm not nicking anyone then? Cat, Are you saying you've...
Confined this mystery to history? Indeed I have. In fact, I've solved all the mysteries connected with this palace.
Huh?
Perhaps we should start by identifying the one common factor that links the 7 of you. All of you were at one time members of a diamond mining concern, weren't you? And you struck the jackpot. In fact, it's the money from those diamonds which formed the basis of all your fortunes and allowed you to succeed in your respective business ventures. It's what made you all who you are today. The trouble is, what if your diamond mine was actually on Richmond property?
Are you making all this up, Cat?
If Richmond turned out to be the rightful owner of the mine, all 7 of you would automatically be ruined, of course. It would seem that the mastermind behind tonight's escapade, Lord Adamas that is in some way connected to Richmond. And moreover, that he's intent on exacting revenge on those who robbed him of his wealth.
Cat, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. The place we uncovered the diamonds definitely wasn't on Richmond land.
Is that so? Or is that just what you all like to tell yourselves?
Huh, don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Isn't that just what this whole puzzle party is? Yet you all agreed to take part. Was that to appease your own guilt? The truth is, you're taking part in this charade under duress, isn't it? Why don't we move on to the real puzzle about tonight's proceedings? The identity of our host, Lord Adamas. Certainly a rather exceptional character.
You can say that again.
The self-confessed multi-millionaire Adamas is really... you!
What?
Ernest Greaves. No more deceit.
Pinstripes?
Miss Layton,
What?
what are you talking about? How could you possibly think I was... Oh, what's the use? No doubt you figured everything out anyway, haven't you? Yes, it's true. I am Adamas.
I'll be a mongrel's uncle.
You're really the last surviving member of the Richmond line, aren't you? The 8th grandchild of Maximilian Richmond, Miles Richmond. You decided to use the urban legend of Richmond that rose up here in London as a means to take revenge on the 7 dragons here tonight.
Come on, Pinstripes. Tell me she's barking up the wrong tree.
Goodness me. Can he really be that young boy?
Haha, yes, it's all true. You've hit the nail on the head as usual, Miss Layton. But how did you know? How did you know it was me?
Because of this.
Where did you...
It was in your old room, Miles. Ernest Shackleton, Surprise Explorer by Richard Greaves. The origin of your assumed name, if I'm not mistaken. And all around this palace are little telltale signs of your duplicity.
How could I have made such an elementary mistake? And after I was so careful to dispose of all the portraits and photographs as well.
I must say, though, Ernest, you've excelled yourself preparing all these puzzles for everyone.
But they were too easy to outsmart you, weren't they?
I just cannot understand why someone as intelligent and good-natured as you would pursue such a worthless folly as revenge.
I know. I know that revenge is pointless. But it was for Mama. I promised her.
Your mother?
When my grandfather went bankrupt, Mama was left with nothing. We had no one to turn to, not a soul. But Mama moved heaven and earth to keep me safe. Mama!
Miles, I'm so sorry, darling. For you to have to suffer like this, when none of it is your fault.
Don't worry. I'm quite all right, Mama.
There's so much I wanted to show you. But we're practically destitute. And now I'm ill too. I'm so sorry.
Mama, I don't mind. I just want you to get well again.
Yes, me too. But you know, Miles, you can be strong even on your own.
Mama, I'm going to get it back. I'll get it all, I promise. I'm going to make them return it all. Every last thing they stole from us. I swear, one day, when I've made something of myself, I'll get them back for what they did to us.
Oh, Miles,
Mama!
Aww.
In the end, all the stress and exhaustion, it was too much for her. I was only 12 at the time when I had to say goodbye to her forever. But I swore then I'd keep my promise to take revenge on those who had wronged our family.
So it was a promise. That's what drove you to these lengths.
I had to see it through. I couldn't let her down, you see.
But do you really think this is what she would have wanted?
Okay, I hate to interrupt the art to art, but Ernest Miles Richmond, I'm placing you under arrest. And it looks like I'm gonna need to have a chat with all you dragons as well. I never thought the lot of you would be criminals.
Oh, no.
Now, Inspector Hasty. I think there may be another explanation.
Hey?
Okay.
I wonder who the diamonds really belong to at the end of the day.
I'm more confused than when I found out I was a dog.
After all, everyone, the Earth's riches belong to us all, don't they?
What are you on about?
Cat, you're starting to sound like a hippie. Oof!
You were right, Catriel. 10 years ago, the land had already been repossessed. Maximilian Richmond had no further rights on the mine at that time.
How's that?
He failed to pay the tax levied on the land and lost his claim to it as a result. He must have kept the fact a secret so he could claim the diamonds from the mine were rightfully his. Shortly after that, however, he died.
So you're saying the diamonds are nobody's?
It wasn't these 7 ladies and gentlemen who stole the diamonds from Richmond. If anything, it was the other way around.
But...
Yes, that's as I thought. Thank you for investigating for me, Emiliana.
I didn't do it as a favor to you. As I've told you countless times, hard data is the quickest way to solve any case.
I'll try to bear that in mind. So, it's like I said. The Earth's riches belong to us all. The diamonds were nobody's. So the 7 dragons here couldn't have stolen them.
But that...
That means all we're looking at here is the antics you've been up to, Sunshine.
I just don't understand. How could it be that way? Mama would have...
Your mother knew, of course.
No.
Ernest, don't you see why she didn't tell you that you had it wrong? Why she didn't tell you the truth?
No.
Don't you think maybe it was to give you a focus? Isn't that what's kept you going all these years? I think your mother let you believe in this idea of revenge to give you strength, knowing that you'd have to face life alone, and trusting that as you grew up, you would see the folly of it and eventually forget the idea.
Hallo?
Listen, darling. You must follow your heart. Don't waver. If you keep listening to what your heart tells you, I'm sure you'll see the light in the end.
I'll make them all pay, Mama. I will. I'll make them all pay. I swear.
I know, my darling boy. But please don't forget. First, you have to grow big and strong and make a man of yourself.
I will. I'll be as big and strong and important as any of them. You'll see.
That's my boy. You live your life, Miles. Make your mama proud. Show them all what a great man you can be.
So you mean she never really wanted me to? I didn't see it. And now look what I've done. Oh, how could I have done something like this?
Ernest, I'm sure you have made your mother proud. I'm sure you're just the man she hoped you would be. In every single way. She loved you.
Mama, forgive me. Forgive me for not seeing what you meant.
Well, cheer up, Ernest. Remember, the dragons have actually done nothing wrong. And I think you too can be considered blameless.
Eh? Blameless? Isn't that a bit of a stretch? Come on! What about all this palaver? The threats, the conniving, the intent to completely ruin these poor people. And you say he's blameless? Pull the other one.
Well, take a look at that. See, Inspector?
Hey? Cat? What do you mean?
What?
Darling boy, we've been looking for you all these years.
For me?
Yes, we're all very much indebted to Lord Richmond, you see. It was thanks to him that the diamonds were discovered at all.
Aye, he knew if he were the legal owner of the mine, any money he made would disappear on repaying his debts. So, he relinquished his claim on the land deliberately and arranged for us to discover the diamonds.
He was a wise man. He saw the diamonds as London's future. He did not want the money squandered on personal loans. It was for you to use. He wished it as an investment for the city.
That doesn't tie in. See, I thought he tried to reclaim his right to the mine.
No, we tried to return the mine to Richmond. Without the money from the diamonds, the family faced certain ruin. We wanted to help. We couldn't bear to see the family fail. We tried desperately to save him by giving the mine and the diamonds back. But he steadfastly refused.
No.
We have heavy hearts knowing that we failed you.
And I invented the Richmond legend. I couldn't bear for that great family to be associated with financial ruin. So I concocted a story about a great fortune hidden somewhere in this old house.
So now you see, my dear. Everyone was extremely fond of your grandfather.
Oh no! What on earth have I done?
We all came here today in the knowledge that Miles must be behind this puzzle party. But none of us ever suspected that it was you, Ernest.
I had no idea about I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry.
Miles, let's start afresh.
Yes, your grandfather and your mother would have wanted that.
You're all... Thank you.
Come, my boy.
Now I look, the resemblance is striking.
You're right. I don't know why any of us didn't see it before.
So, are you still going to arrest him? No one here would claim, Inspector, to have been harmed by Ernest.
All right.
Now, why ever are you still crying, dear boy?
I'm sorry. I'm just so happy.
Well, Cat, I've got to hand it to you this time. I didn't see any of that coming. You really did teach an old dog new tricks.
You should know. The truth is stranger than fiction.
So Lord Adamus' puzzling little party came to an end, as did the vengeful thoughts she'd so long harbored for the dragons. But Ernest will always be Ernest to me, not Miles Richmond, and I've insisted he continues to serve as my assistant. The bins don't empty themselves, I'm told. So together with Cheryl, us three will continue to solve London's mysteries. Dat was hem, guys. Oh, dat was hem. Bedankt voor het kijken van Layton'S Mystery Journey. Tot de volgende serie. Wat dat weer gaat worden, dat zien jullie gauw genoeg. Het was een leuke serie. Die laatste paar cases had ik nog nooit gedaan. Dus het was zomaar even een what the fuck momentje. Maar altijd gaaf conclusions, zelfs bij deze daten. Ik zie u graag de volgende keer weer. Adios, amigos.